remember the Queen song with Wayne's World scene. The Mandela effect is a phenomenon where a large group of people remember an event or detail from history differently from how it actually occurred. The term was coined by paranormal researcher Fiona Broome in 2010 after she noticed a large number of people remembering Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s, despite him actually being released in 1990 and dying in 2013. The Mandela effect is often attributed to the fallibility of human memory, with people misremembering events due to various factors such as suggestion, misattribution, or cultural influences. However, some people believe that the Mandela effect is evidence of alternate realities, time travel, or even a glitch in the matrix. Here are 10 examples of the Mandela effect. 1. The Berenstain Bears. Many people remember the children's book series being called Berenstein instead of Berenstain. 2. Mirror. Mirror on the wall. The famous line from Disney's Snow White is often remembered as mirror, mirror on the wall, but is actually magic mirror on the wall. 3. The Monopoly Man. Many people remember the Monopoly Man having a monocle, but he actually doesn't. 4. Pikachu's tail. Some people remember Pikachu's tail having a black tip, but it's actually completely yellow. 5. Luke, I am your father. The iconic line from Star Wars is often misremembered as, Luke, I am your father, when the actual line is, no, I am your father. 6. We are the champions. The final line of Queen's, We are the champions, is often remembered as, We are the champions of the world, but actually ends abruptly without those words. 7. Jif or Jiffy peanut butter. Some people remember a brand of peanut butter called Jiffy, but it never existed. 8. Sex in the City or Sex in the City. Many people remember the popular TV show as Sex in the City, instead of Sex in the City. 9. Curious George's tail. Some people remember Curious George having a tail, but he never did. 10. Sinbad's genie movie. Many people remember a movie called Shazam starring Sinbad as a genie, but it never actually existed. 11. Hello, Clarice. The famous line from The Silence of the Lambs is often remembered as, Hello, Clarice, but is actually, Good morning. 11. Oh my goodness. 12. Interview with a Vampire or Interview with the Vampire. Some people remember the title of the book and movie as Interview with a Vampire, instead of Interview with the Vampire. 13. Kit Kat. Some people remember the candy bar having a hyphen, but it's actually just Kit Kat. 14. Beam me up, Scotty. The catchphrase from Star Trek is often remembered as Beam me up, Scotty, but was never actually said in the show. 15. The location of New Zealand. Some people remember New Zealand being located northeast of Australia, but it's actually southeast. 16. The color of the sun. Some people remember the sun being yellow, but it's actually white. 17. The Lindbergh baby. Many people remember the Lindbergh baby being found alive, but he was actually found dead. 18. The color of chartreuse. Some people remember chartreuse as being a shade of pink, but it's actually a yellow-green color. 18. I remember this. 19. The number of U.S. states. Some people remember there being 52 states in the U.S. instead of the actual 50. 20. Life is like a box of chocolates. The famous line from Forrest Gump is often remembered as, Life was like a box of chocolates, but is actually, Life is like a box of chocolates. 21. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. The opening line of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood is often remembered as, "It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood," but is actually, "It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood." 22. The location of the heart. Some people remember the heart being located on the left side of the chest, but it's actually in the center. 23. Looney Tunes or Looney Tunes. Many people remember the cartoon series as Looney Tunes instead of Looney Tunes. 24. The pronunciation of sherbet. Some people remember the frozen dessert being pronounced sherbet instead of sherbet. 25. The portrait of Henry VIII. Many people remember Henry VIII holding a turkey leg in his portrait, but he's actually holding a scepter. 26. The spelling of definitely. Some people remember the word being spelled definitely instead of definitely. 27. Objects in mirror may be closer than they appear. The warning on car side mirrors is often misremembered as objects in mirror are closer than they appear. 28. The devil's in the details. Some people remember the saying as God is in the details, but the actual phrase is the devil is in the details. 29. Stouffer stovetop stuffing. Many people remember the popular Thanksgiving side dish being called Stouffer stovetop stuffing, when it's actually just stovetop stuffing. 30. The location of the Statue of Liberty. Some people remember the Statue of Liberty being located on Ellis Island, but it's actually on Liberty Island. 31. Kit Kat or Kit Kat. Some people remember the candy bar being spelled Kit Kat instead of Kit Kat. 32. We're the Kids in America. The chorus of the song, Kids in America, is often remembered as We're the Kids of America. 33. The spelling of dilemma. Some people remember the word being spelled dilemma instead of dilemma. 34. The color of the traffic light. Some people remember the traffic light sequence as red, yellow, green, when it's actually red, green, yellow. 35. Mirror in the bathroom. The song by the English Beat is often remembered as Mirror in the Corner, instead of Mirror in the Bathroom. 36. Bottles of beer on the wall. The counting song is often remembered as 99 bottles of beer on the wall, instead of 100 bottles of beer on the wall. 37. The world is your oyster. Some people remember the saying as the world is your lobster, but the actual phrase is the world is your oyster. 38. The location of the Kennedy assassination. Some people remember the assassination of John F. Kennedy taking place in a different location than Dealey Plaza in Dallas, Texas. 39. The Chick-fil-A logo. Some people remember the fast food chain's logo having a hyphen, but it's actually just Chick-fil-A. 40. The spelling of Febreze. Some people remember the air freshener being spelled Febreze instead of Febreze. 41. Beam me up, Spock. Some people remember Captain Kirk saying, "Beam me up, Spock," in Star Trek, but the actual line is, "Beam me up, Scotty." 42. The spelling of Skechers. Some people remember the shoe brand being spelled Skechers instead of Skechers. 43. The spelling of Fruit Loops. Some people remember the cereal brand being spelled Fruit Loops instead of Fruit Loops. 44. The spelling of Jif peanut butter. Some people remember the peanut butter brand being spelled Jiffy or Jiffy instead of Jif. 45. Luke, I am your father. One of the most famous lines from Star Wars is often remembered as Luke, I am your father, but the actual line is No, I am your father. 46. Mirror, mirror on the wall. The line from Snow White is often remembered as Mirror, mirror on the wall, but the actual line is Magic mirror on the wall. 47. The number of people in JFK's car. Some people remember there being 4 people in John F. Kennedy's car during the assassination, but there were actually 6. 48. The spelling of Oscar Mayer. Some people remember the hot dog brand being spelled Oscar Mayer instead of Oscar Mayer. 49. Berenstain Bears or Berenstein Bears. Many people remember the children's book series as Berenstein Bears instead of Berenstain Bears. 50. We Are the Champions. The final line of the song by Queen is often remembered as We are the champions of the world, but the actual line is We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world. 50. And it still is on some old videos. These examples of the Mandela effect are just a few of the many reported instances where large groups of people remember things differently than what is currently believed to be true. Some believe it could be due to alternate realities or time travel, while others attribute it to faulty memory or the power of suggestion. Whatever the cause, the Mandela effect continues to fascinate and intrigue many people. It's important to note that the Mandela effect is not necessarily evidence of alternate realities or timelines, but rather a phenomenon of collective misremembering. Some explanations for this include the influence of media, the brain's tendency to fill in gaps in memory, and the power of suggestion, and don't forget the possibility of group manifestation and brainwashing. Thanks for watching.